Honestly, it seemed like everything was going wrong for one group and then right for another group. Sort of. Anyways, we're resting here, but we got one of our buddies, Hogan. Just take it easy for a while. People are noticing. Oh, if they've noticed, have they? We're on the edge of dying daily, and you want me to take it easy? Gods, I should be plowing twice as many fields, you understand? I don't know what that means. I don't know what that means exactly. Somebody, what's going on, my guy? Thanks for coming by. Don't get us thrown out of this caravan, Mogan. It's not just you who suffers. Right, so you get married, have kids, now I'm supposed to settle down too? What happened to... The two brothers clam up as you approach. That's right, I've got a kid to take care of. Cool your head, Mogan. Yeah. Rook, what brings you around? Heard yelling. Came check it out. You come running every time you hear yelling? Must be why you look so tired. Look, it's not a secret. I like women, Rook. They like me. They like the scar. Ooh. Oh my goodness. Forget it. All this death? Every night the caravan cries itself to sleep. Half the caravan. It's pathetic. Come on, Rook. Be honest. This is good living. Half the world just tilling soil till they kill over? What kind of life is that? We're lucky. You could go your whole life with no goals, no purpose, nothing to fight against but boredom and hunger. I'm glad for all this. I get what you're saying. We're fighting to the death almost every day, yeah? You can curl up in a little ball of fear. You can go hide in the woods eating nuts and appreciating leaves or some nonsense. Or you can enjoy the struggle. Know which one I pick. Anyway, just so you know, I'd never go for a let. Promise you that. Or odd leaf. All yours. Appreciated, Mogan. Not sure if, like... Somebody. Me too. I posted in the Discord, I was considering doing some Hollow Knight derusting. But I wasn't sure if that was wise or not, you know? It sounded like fun, but there is some minor issue potentially. I don't know if the controls for Silksong are going to be the same or similar or what, you know? So it's difficult to say that I should practice with Hollow Knight. Because what if the controls are different? I could teach myself bad muscle memory. But I don't really think it's going to be a problem. I feel like I could go into Pantheon 5 and still clear it just fine. No sweat. Right? Not even a drop of sweat. Easy peasy. So, Silksong, easy. I hope that game's hard. Just to be clear, I hope it's hard. Oh, I hope it's hard. A gaunt man and woman approach the caravan, hands held high. A word, friends, the man says. We are poor farmers down on our luck. The woman hits him and says, we're outlaws, plain and simple. 10 of us, and we'll help you in a fight for some food up front. What are your crimes? Misunderstandings, the man says. Meat houses are confusing. Never know when you've drank your share. The woman hits the man again. We've stolen, killed a few when we had to. Skills that might benefit you out here. They're honest. Join us, but you'll be watched. The two quickly shuffle to a supply wagon as 8 more bandits emerge from the wilderness. They gorge themselves on salted fish and cheese, taking time to thank everyone. After eating, they politely keep to themselves. I hope we don't just, like, randomly minus 10 fighters, you know? Somebody, you can do it, my guy. I believe in you. It's not easy, but it's not that bad, I think. The Dredge! Cries one woman, but something about it tells you they don't quite look like Dredge. Worse than Dredge. That's Elkil. That's the reason we left Frostveller. Ekil? Well, the news spreads throughout the clansmen like wildfire. Ekil? Why would he? Unless he's after you, Onif. He's insane, interjects Onif. And unpredictable. It's a good number of fighters with him. Your mind races considering what to do. Why is he coming? Why would he? I don't know what is going on. Trying to work things out peacefully. I will kill you if I have to, Onif shouts as you approach. Why, Onif, my good friend, throwing his axe to the ground. We've come to parley, not kill. Okay. Why would I believe a word that... I don't know who Rook is... Or I know who Rook is, but Onif? I don't know who that is. Onif, we were good friends. What happened? Back to Frostveller. What more do you want? What a pretty girl. Is she yours? I will have your head if you try anything. My friends, how could I forget everything you've done for me? Took my live bait, took my warriors, took one of my best men. How are you, Onif? Do they treat you well? Wow. Get bent, Akil. If you came out here to kill me, let's get it over with. Nothing like that. You must think you know me, or people like me. What did Onif tell you? I'm crazy? I haven't survived because I'm crazy. I did what I had to do to make it in Frostveller. The only mistake I made was you. Sorry, what was your name? Seems like something I should know. Rook. What kind of man are you, Rook? You look like an average man to me. A man worried about his daughter, maybe. Just making his way. But then look behind you. How many people is that? They follow you and fight for you. Why? What kind of man are you? Kind of man who does what needs to be done. Then we have something in common. But unlike me, they gladly follow you. Who do these people think you are? You saved them. You're a hero! You're darn right I am. Maybe that's more important than who you really are. What's your point, ding dong? I'm your prisoner, Rook. Bind my hands. Frostveller is done. I can't survive there. Thanks to you, my good friends. You may not have cut my throat, but you sentenced us to death. I don't believe that's who you are. Is this some kind of apology? It doesn't sound like an apology to me. You can't trust me. I know that. Take me and my men as prisoners, if that's what it takes. Akil looks down at the ground, and the words come slowly to him. I'm not above begging. I'd be a hypocrite if I told you to leave them. I don't know, Rook. You don't know me. How could you trust my word any more than his? I'm behind whatever decision you make. I'm a big fan. I know at some point having people join me is going to bite me in the butt. We need fighters. You fight the dreads just like the rest of us. You fight for everyone now, not just yourselves. And if you even look the wrong way at a single man, woman, or child in this caravan, there will be no hesitation about killing you on the spot. You do us a greater honor than I had hoped, Rook. These people are right to follow you. You'll have no trouble from us. I may be reckless, but I pay my debts. The caravan eyes them suspiciously, but they try to fit in, following your orders. You expect to hear complaints. Things are definitely becoming complicated. Definitely. That guy literally has a twitching crazy eye, and he declined morale. Nice. Nice. Rashik, I considered doing Hollow Knight today, just to kind of warm up, I guess. But, as I mentioned to somebody, it could be poor to relearn the muscle memory of Hollow Knight, and then go to Silksong. There's likely going to be a lot of overlap, but it might not be the same, so I don't know if it's wise to do that or not. You find a surprising number of people camped out at the Godstone. They've been here quite a while, ever since the sun stopped. Apparently they think that Rodormir, the sun god, has come back, and they're worshipping him despite the bleak environment. They welcome the caravan, mingling and swapping stories with the others while you rest. They have almost nothing of value to trade, but their leader approaches you and offers to let you join in their tribute. What does this involve? Gulen fire? I don't know how to pronounce that exactly. Showing you a golden liquid in a silver bowl. He places some on his chest, which almost sounds like it's sizzling. It explains through clenched teeth it's a gift from the sun god, An oil that burns like the sun and lets them see things clearly. Anyone in the caravan interested? Not surprisingly, you find no takers. Move on. Thanks, appreciate that. Not into pouring, boiling liquids on myself. Just a personal thing there, Guy's literally got a... Hey, but if he pays his debts, Rashik... Look at these birds here. This is bad. I wonder how bad that is. I feel like once we get under them, something's gonna happen. There's no way that's a mistake. What are you talking about, Rashik? That guy strictly cooks bacon without a shirt on. That's how he, worships the sun god. Several people have noticed black vultures circling above the caravan, taking advantage of a light snowfall. They pose no threat, but they have a visible impact on the mood of your clansmen. The next time you look back, Oddleaf is firing arrows into the air, which nearly tag a bird once or twice. Get lost! No dead down here, she shouts to nobody in particular. I'm gonna let her get out some aggression. She manages to tag one of the vultures, which falls out of the sky. She recovers it, laughing to herself, and comes to show you the black feathers. You know, a lot of these women, they could do this. You can tell from the look in her eyes, she's excited about the idea. I think we're going to start training them how to fight. Sure, train the women. If Alette is any proof, you know how to train someone with a bow. Nice. There you go. Rashik, yeah, that guy exclusively. I wonder what happens if we run out of food. I don't know. It's getting pretty close. Only 5 days of supplies? I really thought it would last longer. Famous last words, I know. A scout returns with a nearly frozen child. Well, at least now we have more supplies. I'm kidding. I almost stepped on her in the snow. Looks like she must have been running from something. Patches of blue mottle her pale skin, but her chest rises and falls ever so slightly. Even just carrying her along could kill her in this state. We could be in danger here. And morale plummets. You start losing warriors and morale plummets. Great. That's awesome. I was so excited for that. Okay, we're going to stop and look for other survivors. 1 hour. Look for any other survivors. Healers, do what you can. The healers still fuss with the girl's blankets, but it looks hopeful that she'll pull through. The next day you set out again. Morale has become poor. Morale's not going to be... We have to buy supplies. Okay, time to go. We're almost to whatever this is, so hopefully there's a chance to get some supplies there. Oof. Clansmen. Not fighters, and we have 0 Varl. Almost there. The sounds of a skirmish alert you to a Varl surrounded by half a dozen armed fighters. One man spots you and shouts, "Leave us to our business. This Varl killed my father without reason." The Varl is about to respond when the man attacks. The giant swats the blade aside and silently watches for the next assault. Let's hear what he has to say. I'm a dingus, okay? Shrugs as if unconcerned, saying, "This one's father and I had a business deal. He lied. Now he's dead." Lies? You murdered him over a lie, you coward? The men wildly attack the Varl, who deflects them well enough, but you're uncertain how long he can keep it up. This is not my fight. We don't have to fight everything, right? But we could gain a Varl. We could gain a Varl, team. Let's do it! Ivor, we could use any Varl with a good sword arm, couldn't we? He nods, readying his weapon. The men immediately back off. The prospect of fighting your entire army, suddenly unappealing. They watch from a distance, shouting obscenities and something about injustice. The Varl turns towards you. Didn't need the help. But if I'm going to travel, it may as well be with the company of other Varl. He falls in line with the others, and you return to the travel. +1 Varl. Morale improved. Let's go! And 5 renown. Nice! Oh, Wormtoe!
It was never the kind of place someone would build a town. Fittingly, the Varl living here aren't known for welcome.
-4 fighters. -3 clansmen. The Varl left! What? What the heck? I just got him! Ah. The Varl find you before you see them. Not surprising with this many people behind you. With weapons drawn, they demand to know why you're here. But back down when Ivor tells them he's come to see someone named Krumer. Yeah, immediately left. Starved to death. Well, I'll be. Krumer, it's been a long time. So it has. What brings Ingvar to Wormtoe with his very own village of humans? Bad news. Dredge are coming down from the north. We barely made it this far. Come on, we have food, thank goodness. We'll discuss more in the mead house. As you follow the old Varl into the meager town, you catch him quietly saying, if it were anyone else. I've talked with the warriors here. I'll be honest with you. Half want to go north and find out what happened at Blotsbalker. They got great words for towns, you know, great names. Some think we should go to Grofheim instead. None of them are happy you're here. What do you think? If I had it my way, I'd stay here and let the dredge come. But you made this a problem, didn't you? Rashik, it's right up your alley. Yeah, it's exactly what you're wanting, is it not? You know? We can't feed this many people for long, even if they don't eat much. This is a Varl town. Most of us take care of ourselves. You've got women, children. We could pitch in, make this place livable. It doesn't work like that. These Varl are here to get away from civilization. Now make one. It's Krumer's call. It won't be long before the dredge are here too. I don't know why he suddenly had an accent like that. There's one thing we should do. It's tell Drunder what's going on. Who? The Varl King. I accidentally hit space twice. Bummer. Stay here and rest, but once you're ready to go, we do. I'm going to see off those who want to head north. But I'll join you to Grofheim. More travel? No, we've already come so far. Stop the pouting, girlie. Even if Jorundar won't listen to a tired old Varl like me, I have a feeling they'll pay attention to your friend here. They'll listen to Ivor? Hasn't he told you? Yeah, of course he hasn't. Do what you need to, but don't be long. Told me what? I don't know who that is, but let's go to the market. We need supplies. I hate to spend morale or renown on this, but we need it. 3 will per rest? Okay, that's interesting. -2 aggro? -1 aggro. I don't know what that means, aggro exactly. But we need more supplies. I hate to spend that much renown, but we need it. Krumer, could you spare a moment? Mostly no, but I'll try. Thanks for the hospitality, my guy. Consider it done then. So who is Ingvar? I'm not surprised he never told you. I'm just surprised he can stand being around anyone at all. Your friend was one of us, long ago. I mean, the dredge-bashing type. He was called Ingvar then. I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing that right. How likely enemies are to attack you rather than another unit? Okay, I kind of thought so, because aggro-aggressiveness, you know. If you want to know why he changed his name, best ask him yourself. I'm too old to peddle and gossip. They respect him, that's why they follow him. To the Second Great War, wasn't much left to do. So I started training other Varl to fight. Got tired of that and made a place in Wormtoe. Nice. They still come calling, even with no wars to speak of. Seems like that might be changing, though, don't it? Any wisdom on fighting dredge? Depends how much, you know? They're all armor. Tap them hard enough, though, and it'll shatter. Line up a whole row of slag, and they'll explode on each other all the way down. You get in a big brawl, half your time is spent setting them up for it. If you see one bang his axe like a tuning fork, try to kill him quick. Yeah, definitely. I'll leave you to it. I'll leave you to it, my guy. Rashik, how are you feeling today? Did you get your ponies trained up? And I don't ask that facetiously, by the way. I'm genuinely curious. Also, by the way, what do you guys think? Should we stream Hollow Knight Friday, midday? Or try to do it in the evening? I'm not really sure what I think, you know? I think I would... I don't know. I've got a wedding to attend. I'm doing the music for the wedding. So I don't know that I would make it for a Friday evening stream. I think Saturday is going to be the day. But I don't know yet. I'm not sure yet, but we'll talk about it in Discord. Grofheim's quite a few days out. Oh, Galen, what's going on, my guy? Nice to see you. How you feeling? But nothing worse than crossing the wastes, I imagine. If there's anywhere you might be safe from dredge, it's there. You steel yourself for another long march, and half the town of Wormtoad joins you. 62 Varl, nice. Plus 20 supplies, nice. Minus 8 supplies, not so nice. Morale decline, great. Feeling good. Galen, we're wanting to do Hollow Knight when it comes out. But I'm not sure when I should start. Should I start for... I'm off on Friday. Ahead you find what appears to be a good number of peasants surrounded by brigands. One of the armed men looks over his shoulder and says, "This is all I need. Listen, don't interfere, and one of these supply wagons is yours." While remaining silent, the peasants plead to you with their eyes. What's going on here? Nothing concerning you, he replies. And before you start telling me otherwise, these are my clansmen, that they could run off with every scrap of food in the village. All I want you to, now all I want is you to move on. So take your share or don't. Take supplies and leave. But in lower spirits, morale declined. Can't make them happy. But at least now we can rest and restore that, Oh, look, a great choice. Yeah, where nothing I do is the right answer, you know? Which one's the right one? None of them? I'm not trying to be morally bankrupt this run, but I'm not trying to be morally, rich either, I suppose, because sometimes the high morale options, are not good, you know? They suck for our team. Harsh words from one mother to another draw the attention of the entire caravan. Yeah, 400 or 600 plus people are interested in this. That reed-thin tramp you call a daughter won't provide sons. Wow. My daughter marries Ragni or no one. The insulted mother bares her teeth, ready to attack. Separate them. There's no time for this. Moved opposite sides of the camp, kicking and screaming. Though you might have handled it more deftly, most of the caravan finds it entertaining. Nice. Good runs tend to be giving stuff away, and evil runs... are you meaning like, Bioshock? That's not BioWare. Is it? Is it BioWare? Yeah, that is. You haven't seen Alette much of the day. When you do find her, she's returning to camp alone from a fair distance away. She looks rather sullen. She keeps her eyes on the ground as you approach. Let's sit quietly beside her. I feel like things are changing so quickly. It's not just that. Everything is going so wrong. I've been talking to Etkil a lot. What has he been telling you? He told me how he and Onef are kin. Etkil had a sister who married Onef, but she died a long time ago. They've been bound since, but then Onef left without him. Just left him without a word. That's why he came after us. I don't like Onef, necessarily. Is that what Etkil told you? It's true about his sister. She died of a fever when we were just married. Surprised he opened up like that. So I left him in Frostveller. He'd be fine one day, ready to kill his own men the next. Sometimes he would. I'd make the same decision tomorrow. Keep him away from Alette. I will, but it sounds more like you need to keep Alette away from him. Interesting. Mass Effect, Knights of the Old Republic. Okay, I see. It's rough in this game because supplies literally mean life or death for my group, it feels like, you know? Uh-oh, speaking of life or death. SWTOR also has really good plot lines, even small side missions. Have huge storylines. I like that, sometimes. If the plot line is interesting, then I'm happy when side missions are massive in scope, you know? Jaden, I have Don't Starve. I own it, but I've never played it. It was gifted to me a very long time ago. The Godstone of Merrick looms into view. Upon it, carved a great ocean beast. Okay. It's hard to imagine the Nordfelling waste being filled with water at one time, but the Godstone stands as a reminder that the vast lake it used to look across. Huh. A blessing, shouts one of the men in your caravan, holding up what looks like a silver coin. It's a fish scale, he says, pointing out the rainbow pattern. Soon a curious child has found another hiding in the snow, and then a third. Morale's improved. Perhaps they'll bring us luck. Cut them off after a reasonable amount of time. When you awake to find people still searching through the snow and shrubs, you call it off. We can't spend another day here. Be glad for the luck you found, and let's go before it runs out. Of course! Of course! Morale up! No, morale down. Aw. Plague Tale one of these days? Plague Tale Requiem? What is that about? Bad morale, nice. Oddleaf calls you over, grinning. A row of women holding bows of differing age and experience line up before a row of trees in the distance. They fire, doing an impressive job hitting the trunks. I think they're ready to fill some dredge with feathers. One woman still hasn't shot her arrow. She stands perfectly still. The others watch. Just as the winds shift, she lets go, and her arrow flies not into one of the trees, but a snow rabbit that had scurried out from underneath. Dinner, she says, smiling. Ooh. A group of men from the caravan approach. Listen here. Practice all you want. My wife isn't fighting the dredge. The other men agree in chorus. We don't want to see a battlefield full of dead wives and daughters. I don't know. I don't think we have the, It's more of a lack of options than a choice. You know, eventually everyone needs to know how to fight, I think. At least a little bit. Thanks. To be honest, it was harder than I expected. But the more people who hold their own, the better. See, that's exactly what I'm thinking. Morale improved. Nice. That's the one. Requiem is the sequel. It's about a pair of siblings trying to survive in post-Rat Plague France. Interesting. The Rat Plague is very Dishonored-esque. I've never played Dishonored, So I'm not sure I get that as much, but sounds like fun. Ah, Cobra, thanks for that, my guy. I appreciate the like. Well, I hope you get some good rest and feel better soon. Being poorly slept is awful. An old man sits astride an overgrown portion of the trail. You lost? He adjusts the leather strap on his head and says, "Nope." You? He jumps up and shuffles toward the caravan, his tattered clothes revealing no weapons. Well, I've seen better, the old man says, peering into the supply wagons. But I'll join you. He stands next to a fighter, throws his beard over his shoulder, and puffs up his chest. The fighter grins, and the stranger exhales. Well, what are we waiting for? Lead the way. What are you doing out here? Call me Unnar, or anything else you like, the old man says. Man goes where he pleases, doesn't he? His stern look is more comical than intimidating, but you stop looking for answers. Alright, if you can keep pace. Keep pace, the old man puffs through his mustache. No fleeter than old Unnar. And husbands, mind your wives! I'm cursed with the golden tongue, not silver. Caravan enjoys a good laugh. Morale improved, finally, for once. Morale declined. Yay. Well, nice, Cobra. Well, get some good rest, my guy. We'll see you again soon. Plague Tale, huh? I've seen a teeny tiny bit of Requiem. I've never seen the original. You hear a whistle on the wind and spot a long line of Varl far up ahead, heading towards you. Behind them is a swarm of dredge and a trail of bodies leading off into the distance. Get down here, barks Krumer. Yay, morale declined again. Just what I needed. Okay. I don't know if I need to keep morale normal or better, but... Don't let them spread out, shouts the lead Varl as you approach the battleground. Soon you almost regret finding yourself alongside them, facing off against a daunting number of dredge. Dredge line the battlefield. A fight seems inevitable. You take a quick head count. There must be at least 161 of them. We have the advantage. The two forces are about evenly matched. There's no guarantee of victory here. Hold them off! Get those shields up. Your forces are already wading into the fray as you assemble your allies and stay close to the caravan, ready to defend it. Uh-oh. Krumer? Ekil. Interesting. He does look at that crazy eyes. Oof. I could promote him. I do have enough. He's a pretty decent shield banger, honestly. Cost 10 renown. I don't know if that's worth it yet. I really want to promote Rook and Oddleaf. Onef is not that strong. Interesting. Mogan's a Thrasher. Hogan's a Thrasher. Interesting. He's more strength. This guy's more shield. Ekil. He is not that strong, but he could be useful in a fight. Alright, let's get it. Morale affects how much you will have to spend in combat. That's what I read earlier, and maybe I misread, but it seemed like it would have to deal with how much willpower you start the battle with. If morale is good, you might start with additional willpower. And I assume that to mean if willpower is bad, you might not. Or you might start with less. Oh, Rook is going first? That's not ideal. I should have rearranged them. I'm so dumb. I didn't rearrange them. Well, whatever. That's fine. I want to deal with these guys last, I guess. I want to deal with these two first. Okay. His armor's weak. Ten and 10. No. Right here. And then you. Right there. +1 break. I don't know, Rashik. Every time I do these fights, I feel like I'm doing them wrong. I wish I could see their movement range. Alright. I don't know if any part of that is wise. Yeah, it's only wrong if I lose. Okay. Here we go, team. Let's get on it. Okay. Oddleaf right here. And she can poke down this guy's armor. Don't you do it. Okay. I think this is a good start so far. Boop. Oof. Oof. We do 5 armor damage, but I think it's better if we just take out his strength. These guys are coming, but we've probably got a good 2 turns before they actually get over here. I don't know that we need to move Ivor back. Honestly, we probably just move Oddleaf and then move Ivor forwards. I think so, at least. But for now, I'm gonna go ahead and attack this guy's armor. It doesn't get him closer to death, but if we need to finish him off, it does make things easier. Run through, what does this do? Run through 2 tiles. 2 break on each tile. The normal strength, damage to target. Interesting, okay. I wish that guy had moved sooner, like 1 turn sooner, and that would have been great. The Slinger's next. Oddleaf has just as much break. She has just as much break potential. Rook is stronger, but his armor is already damaged. So I think I'm gonna move him back here. Yeah, over here. So that way Ivor can pull through here if he needs to. And we're going to damage this guy's armor. It's only wrong if we lose, Rashik. It's only wrong if we lose. Rude. Hmm. I don't... Okay, if she's right there... This guy can attack, but she's safe from that guy. Don't know if any of that made sense. This guy's armor's healthy, but now he can't deal real damage, and it knocks him, it takes him farther back. That's okay, because she's going to be 18. If I took him up here to attack, these guys would definitely assault him next turn. I don't think that's wise. Okay, who's next? That guy, and then Ivor. I do think I'm gonna finish off a couple of these guys. Because it doesn't do well for me to let them wear my armor down indefinitely sometimes, you know? There are times when it's not so bad to leave them alive, but if I can set these guys up well to attack, then I don't necessarily need to leave all of them alive, you know? Bummer, Oddleaf's in the way. I don't think I could reach him even if he wasn't. Or if she wasn't. Promote! Alright, Onef, show me what you got, buddy. He's got... You can use 1 willpower? That's a bummer. But good enough. Ugh. What a chode. Okay, right here is safe. I can attack this guy. Who's next? This guy. Okay, I do need to move Oddleaf back. She's 8, he's 11. I think we just damage his strength. I don't know, Rashik, I never know what's best. This guy's gonna damage my armor, but that just doesn't really matter right now. It only matters if I stay to fight more, which I don't think I'm going to do. Oof. I can't let this guy hit any of us. Honestly. $11 would deal 3 damage. And he'd be safe from this guy. Oh no! Well, he's dead. He's not dead, but he's gonna be in bad shape. Shield banger? Let's see. Gosh, even knocking that much off of his armor just isn't that much. But I gotta take down his armor a tiny bit. Okay. Not many turns and he gets another shot. This is not good. This is not good. I don't like this. Minus a further 2. Well, can't say I didn't see that coming. I've got to lower his attack strength. It's just, he's just too strong. Better. Not great, but better. Okay, now I can just clean him up. Unfortunate about the injury. No, not that guy. Let's attack this guy and finish him off. %. Wow. 90% did not come through for me there. Okay, at least he's worthless. I'm gonna bring Rook back some. Finish this guy off. And then we'll finish this guy off, or whoever, and then dogpile him. Oh, nice, that's perfect. Later, nerd. Perfect, team, not bad. Yeah, best, a little overrated. We go with good enough here. What? Okay, whatever. He got his goofy little thing off. This guy is not gonna have a good time. Not gonna have a good time. We'll just rest. Yeah, this guy can't really approach. The bummer about using willpower as my strength in a lot of cases, or, you know, break, is that once I'm out of it... What was that? There's like a shield that popped up between these two, but I don't know what that meant. Once I'm out of willpower, I can't rely on that that boost in strength, so to speak. You know, you can rest, but there's very few times, at least so far in these battles I've been in, where that is a realistic option. At least it feels that way to me so far. Later, nerd. Oh, no. Is he worth boosting up? I don't know. Blap. I'd really like to get this finished with Rook, but I don't think that's gonna happen. He seems to take a lot of hits every fight. If he can get to Rook. I guess I gotta finish him. He can get to Rook. It's not safe to leave him alive. Time to pull back, team. That was rough. And we lost one. Minus 43 fighters and 14 borrowed. That's a bummer. But we didn't... It could have been a lot worse. +9 renown. The second time I've been sent to find a Varro who is heading my direction with humans in tow. What are Dredge doing up here? Does nobody know what's going on around here? They've leveled Grofheim to the ground. We've been losing ground for days. Jurundar's in Einartoff now? Oh gosh. We saw Grofheim as the other party. They sent me to gather Krumer and the rest of from Wormtoe when we ran across this bunch of slag. And there's a lot more where they came from. Is this all the Varl you've got? What have you been doing? Eating each other? Benny went to Blotzbalker. Are you telling me Grofheim is completely gone? And Vognir's dead. Slag on our heels, the Varl you sent off north are probably dead. The world's ending. Come on, this is old news. We're gathering in Einartoff. We're there, that's where we need to go right now. Wait. Also, it takes a long moment to look out over the caravan of men, women, and children behind you. Not them. What do you mean, not them? Unless you're a king or a mender, humans don't step foot in Einart. That's a hard word for me to say. Now isn't the time for this discussion. Assault, who cares about that? What in the depths happened at Grofheim? Before Fasalt can reply, a low rumble grabs your attention, growing louder by the minute. Is it Dredge? Even though it's beyond sight, all eyes turn in Grofheim's direction as the rumbling becomes deafening, transforming quickly into cracking and splintering. It's coming closer. Go! Shouts Fasalt. Taking off towards Einartoft. Don't stop until you reach Harderborg, whatever that is. I see. Huh. That's interesting. This, Rashik, is not the fun part, okay? Fun is a word that we tend to use whenever there is fun to be had. You know, the actual use of the word fun. Not whatever this is. Is that a giant snake? Giant, Varl worm? You know? Well, I'm glad you enjoy my suffering, Rashik. Morale improved? That's what bizarre. That never happens. That never happens. I don't believe it. Fun worm? Worm. Yeah, that's the fun worm, right? After 3 terrifying days of tremors, you reach the Godstone, which is teeming with Varro, who want to know what is happening. Others busily mend makeshift defenses set up around the Godstone. Creator of the Varl, Harderborg? Hold up. We're going to have a talk. I did just save you. You're still standing. Well, most of you. Rest up, then move on. A mountain just sank into the earth. And something is out there. You're just gonna send us away? I don't know who you are, but you're not going to Einartoft. There's a couple hundred Varl here who will back that up. Where are we supposed to go? Back the way we came? We're stuck between 2 mountain ranges. In one direction, a few thousand Varl. In other, an army of Dredge and whatever caused that quake. Einartoft is a Varl city. This shouldn't be news to a Varl. Give it a rest, Fasalt. Don't you recognize who you're talking to? Surprise suddenly flashes across Fasalt's face. The other Varl are starting to come closer. You hear Ingvar being whispered among them. I think this might be the one person you want to let into Einartoft. The humans come with me. All of them. Fasalt glances between Ivor and Krumer before stalking away, pushing past the mob of curious onlookers. Ivor, who are you? Some other time, Rook. Okay. Sounds good. You spend the rest of the day recovering. Varl come and go in packs, and most of the chatter is about the quake that sank the mountains into the earth. or the dredge that are still on their way. You hear rumors that a massive chasm opened where the earth split. Yeah, let's talk. Morale improved. You get a lot of unfriendly looks. They are not the sort to warm up to humans, having spent most of their lives in the north. All you learn is that they're very distressed about losing Grofheim, their capital. Okay. Suddenly, there's a lot of activity. Word comes from below to retreat to the next village over, and soon you see why. A black shadow is sweeping down the valley from the direction of Grofheim, where the quake, or whatever caused it, has obliterated the mountainside. On closer inspection, it's a veritable ocean of dredge, more than you can imagine. In their midst is a towering giant of a dredge, blood red from head to toe. Let's get out of here. Time to go. These are like achievements. Is that for progression, or is there a chance I die before getting here? I mean, I guess I could have gotten a game over, but doesn't this game allow you to like fail and keep going? Thieves! The small band of outlaws who previously joined the caravan made off with a substantial number of supplies while everyone slept. Nice. I figured that was going to happen eventually. That's what I get for being nice. We can't stay here long. It will take 3 straight days to cross Burra Pass, so stock up. There's no stopping once we leave. Dad, I liked old Ivor. Somewhere in the back of your mind, you feel the same way. Yeah, I do too. Alright, market. I feel like markets are basically for me to buy supplies. And that's it. Get in the flask! I don't really care about this. It could be nice for the archers, but meh. You didn't lose your first fight until a ways into the game? Gotcha. I'm guessing beyond where I am now? Okay. Cannot promote Rook yet, because he gets beat down every fight. We can promote Ivor. Which, honestly, sounds pretty good. I think this is good. Being able to use 2 per turn would be a great boon to him. Also, being able to shatter armor would be nice. But with his strength, it's rarely as valuable, I guess. But we'll do that for now. And he could be our shield destroying hero. Bah. I like the other group better. Now I'm like watching the background a whole bunch.
And cross a bridge that only Varl could build. Let us hope that we are the only unwelcome visitors to pass.
No kidding. I haven't really been listening to the music much. It's kind of solemn and depressing. In a way that suits the game, of course. I don't see anything weird, though. Not so far. Those guys were honest about being thieves, so I let them join. There are honor among thieves, right? Right? How about that? Look at all these guys. As we lowly humans step into their city, I'm sure they're thrilled. As his kingliness leads us. Ivor had to have been a king or something, you know? Or maybe he's a god! Who knows? Another great war is upon us. It is the third time I have seen such thing. There are far fewer of us now than there once was. What did they tell you? James, what's going on, my guy? By all accounts, the Dredge are coming here. Looks like they plan to end the Varl for good this time. You'd think so, Rashik. This place will become a killing field soon. They say the Prince of Men is here. They've got a mender, too. Prince Luden? From Aberang? In any case, we'll be given no audience today. You remember the last time you were here, Ingvar? It's Ivor. Yeah, I remember. Is it Ivor? What now? We find somewhere to rest. I'd recommend keeping your people out of trouble while you're here, Rook. In fact, keep them invisible. Jurundar won't be happy that you're here. Well, it's hard to be invisible. Hard to be invisible sometimes, you know? That only happens when I don't want it to happen. I'm not sure, should I hit the rest button? It told me to rest up. Oh, that guy's a war leader. Mogan's injured. Better swap him out for Hogan. I think we put Ivor up front. Being our shield breaker. I think I like that better. 1 armor per turn. Ivor's going to be a monster with that. I might give it to Ivor. I'm not sure yet. Oh, another market. We have 3 renown. Nice. 1 wheel per kill. That is actually pretty sweet. 20 dodge chance. Plus 3 will. Okay. I hope a fight's over before this is useful. Plus 2 to will. This will per kill, like, I could have someone be... It's not necessarily great for someone to be a finisher per se, because then they get all of the... It's not really experience points, but you know what I mean. But that is kind of cool. I don't think I want that. Really, we just need supplies. We had to rest. Ivor suggests not speaking unless addressed, and even then keep it short. In your dreams that night, you see Varl kings fighting with dredge lords. Sounds great. All right, let's see what they got for us. Enough, Ivan. The bridge stands. Find some other way. Greetings from Warnto, Jurundar. I've brought an ally. Who are these people? We don't have time for games. Wait. I know you. He looks a little beat up, doesn't he? Yeah, he does. Look at this. Ingvar among us again. Is this what the end of the world looks like? Jurundar steps down from his throne to get a closer look. In the light, you spy deep wounds on the Varl King. It was my last option. You look like death, Jurundar. The Sunder came through Grofheim, all of them, or we would still be there. A few thousand Varl remain. Bellower has been following us since Grofheim. That is what he does. What will you do? Remain. There's no better place than for us here. We make our stand. But even if Einartoft falls, the Varl won't be wiped out. Hakan is taking our best warriors to Aberang, as we were discussing. Oof. Jade, I'm glad you think so. I appreciate that comment, my guy. James, what are you studying lately? I'm not going, Drundar. Oh, it's Hakan. We're needed here. This is not a debate. A messenger burst through the doors, cutting the tension. He says a stone singer has been cutting a path through the bridge. Gods, can we not have a moment of respite? They should not be here already. A stone singer is with them? Let me bring down the bridge, as I said. It will buy us... The bridge stands, Mender. I say it again to you, and the Prince of Men, and the whole Mender Council. Were they here? Oof. I will not say it again, Hakan. You go to Aberang. Avand, do not even touch that bridge. Am I understood? You are. Then I'll confront the singer myself. Nobody tries to stop him. Okay, bye. Johnny! I've never played this game before. It's pretty tough, my guy. The Mender walks past. Great companies of Varl on the way to the bridge. A tall, thin creature stands there. 2 black spears over its shoulders, ringed by dredge. The Varl have backed away in fear. Ivan stops before the stilt-legged figure. Suddenly, Ivor is behind you. What is that thing? A stone singer. As close as the dredge comes to menders of their own. I've only seen one before. It didn't go well. Can Evan win this? I don't know. Think we'll find out soon. Tension crackles between the two on the bridge. Almost more than figuratively. You look to Ivor, who is intently focused on the scene unfolding. Ivor does nothing at first, then says, I'm going down there. We're friends. Listen to me, Rook. You will probably die here, and so will everyone else who steps on that bridge. Look at your daughter. Are you prepared for that? Not prepared for you to go alone, friend. Fight like it's your last. You're not sure what to expect, but you draw your axe. Oof. Wondering if you made the right decision. Nope, I sure didn't. I sure did not. He's level 5, and those are his stats? Oh, he's got 8 points. What the heck? I don't know what to do with him. I'm not sure what to do with him here. I feel like I'd rather have Assault. Even though he's kind of rude. I kind of want Oddleaf, but I guess it's Mender Boy's turn. Armor, strength, and will. If she's not going to be here, then I should put her... I don't need another archer right now. So we'll give this to Onif for now. Bolster him a tiny bit. And go die. Nice. Here we go, team. You guys ready to fail? Oh, there are a lot of them. Wounded allies explode, doing strength damage to adjacent allies. The Stone Singer lowers allies' armor, but sharply raises strength. And there's 2 slingers in the back. This is the first fight that you lost? Wow, how many of them are there? Okay, I didn't realize I could move this around like this. 6? I should not have had the mender go first. Okay, I don't know if this is wise. But I'm going to pull back a tiny bit. Oh, Rashik! You've got me all worried! Mend? Armor up to half of the mender's current willpower. For 2 strength. Hmm. I don't know how much of this is wise. He did not move up very far. Two. Oh, Rashik, you put a lot of pressure on me. Target doing bonus armor break damage. If only I could move in a way to hit both of them. Okay. You might be going to a university this fall. A lot of engineering, basically. You have to read from page 85 to 228. That's a lot. Okay. Take that guy down a peg. All right, Onif. Good luck, buddy. Malice, what does that do? Taunts adjacent unit? For now. I don't know if that's wise. $16? These guys have... Is it because they're equipment? Well, his equipment's only +1 armor, but he's got 2 over his max armor. I'm so confused on why that's the case. I mean, I'm not sad for it. I just don't understand. What is this guy doing? Bye, guy. Can't have that guy stand. Oh, no sweat, James. No sweat, my guy. If I hit him, he'll run away. If I hit him, he'll back off. 3 willpower? Later, nerd. Three, I could finish him. Okay. Nice, and he can be promoted. Bummer, but whatever. That's actually pretty strong. Did they just... Are they shielding each other? I'm not sure what's going on right there. I'm happy for it, I just don't necessarily understand. Dang, I've got to pull Rook back already. Mender can't heal his, Rook can move through people. Yeah, it doesn't... It only heals his, armor. Okay, time to get up here, team. Battering ram knocks the target back through multiple tiles. I don't know that that's necessarily what I want. Oddly, Alette made an awfully masculine sound whenever she got hit there. I could thread the needle right there, but that seems really dangerous. This... Oh, she can't use it now. It takes willpower. Of course it does. Bummer. Rook... Disease damage, or whatever. That's a bummer. He's got Malice. What does Malice do? Taunts? No, I don't want that. Oh, I don't know what is best here. He's only got 9 strength. But I feel like attacking this guy is the best thing to do. They're not really attacking armor, so Mender guy is just not as useful. But he can arc lightning and hit these two. Let's full charge it. I don't know what just happened right there. But whatever. Die. Alette is so going down. I cannot stop Alette from going down. I don't think. I don't think so, at least. I knocked him away, but he's still close enough. Darn it, team. Everyone else's armor is good enough. No sweat, James. Oh, I'm so nervous for Schick. Give him the big boy. Bzz. Nice. Block this guy from getting to our Bender dude. James, she's doing all right, buddy. Not bad. Thanks for asking. But look at this. Dad level unlocked. Let's go. Okay. Oh, no, I meant to finish him. I really wanted to finish him so I could dogpile this guy. I don't know if this is wise. Bzz. Oof. Dang. Just out of reach. I need to move faster. Oh, need to move faster, team. Rashik, so what's gonna happen? You can't tell me that this is the end, you know? What happens after this? Do they get up? Do more enemies come? Ivor ready for promotion? The Stone Singer falls hard. A howl like a hurricane sweeps across the bridge. The dredge part like a black sea. From the depths steps a crimson behemoth, and a wave of sheer terror hits you like you've never felt before. Bellower. Get the Mender out of here, Ivor hisses. And run! Your legs move almost with the will of their own, though you can't pull yourself away from watching what happens next. He's not gonna win this! Indomitable. The Sunder seems practically unkillable. Nice. Stuns one target and pushes all other enemies back. Ready? No? God, what was I thinking? No, this sounds like a terrible idea. Can he just run away? There's no way he wins this. There was no way he was going to win this. Bye. Oof. Yeah, it's about what I expected. Is he only injured? Said my renown grows. +0 is not really growth. His arm torn clean off by the bellower's onslaught. Sunder, face me! Screams an uncertain Evand, stepping back onto the bridge, raising his staff high. Even from here you can see his arm trembling. You feel practically frozen in place while watching. Snake Bro's like, sup? I'm just chilling back here in the background. Recoils in terror from the massive serpent that has appeared in the distance, and even Bellower backs away. It leans in close to inspect the two armies, flicks its great tongue, and then indifferently lurches over the mountainside, out of sight. The dredge are a knot of confusion. Some cower, others crouch in what looks like worship. Hakan shouts orders over the din. Varl rush forward, bowling over surprised dredge, gaining ground. Bellower has receded back into the horde. Great. Hurry, says Evan, suddenly pulling at your arm, snapping you out of the moment. You rush to Ivor, laying on the ground amidst the fighting, still breathing despite his missing arm. Ugh. Well, looks like Ivor's been disarmed. He's not gonna be much help for a little while. So Rashik, you say you lost that fight, but is there any real winning that? There's no way. There's no way you could have won that. James, how are you healing up? You know you loved it, Galen. Yes, probably. Give me silence. Nearly 3 hours pass silently as Evan plies his trade. Flesh slowly forms and crosses over and closes across Ivor's torn frame. That is as much as I can do. He should make it. The mender looks exhausted, leaning heavily against the bed. When was the last time you got some sleep? A couple, days ago. I'm fine, I just need to sit. Before you can catch him, the mender crumbles to the floor. Nice. Owen destroyed the bridge to save us? Oh. So that, you didn't see the big 2020 guy? Did that part just not happen at all? Your sight swims as if underwater. Memories fly away like startled ravens before you can capture them. With great effort, you remember who you are. Juno. You also realize that a monumental serpent is talking to you. Your last certainty was that you died some time ago, and that it's about to happen again. Or is it? Back, serpent! Back to hell, dog! What is that? Frustrating. You are slow to understand the serpent. It speaks in a language that recalls very ancient memories of words you learned long ago. If you are not going to die, I suppose we must speak instead. Who are you? Who am I? Who are you? My name is Juno. It means nothing to me. Maybe I have asked the wrong question. What are you? What is your purpose? I cannot remember. Well, that's inconvenient. You saw it later on a second playthrough. That's fair, Rashik. Must I tell you what you are? You are a thief! You have something that does not belong to you. It is mine. Do you not recognize me? What do your prophecies say? The gods gave you prophecy, fate, destiny. Is there no child coming to slay me with a magic sword? Are there no stars in the sky foretelling this disaster? Do you truly not know? I will know if you tell me. Must the prophecy speak itself then? Fine, listen up. I am the end. Do you understand? This world and this tapestry I would devour. It is my purpose. But I cannot. Instead, now comes a wall of night to consume your pitiful world. The dredge? Stone men marching across a long bridge. No, it is darkness. The egg white that has turned black. I am meant to devour the tapestry itself, not idly witness the dusk smother this rock. I am incomplete! A worm crawling through a dung field! Because of you. Who are you to take my destiny? What are you? The Varl weren't happy? Interesting. Return what is mine. So, snakeliness is mad about something. Evand? Juno, you're alive! Where are you? Wait, where am I? Asleep, I presume, or unconscious. I am in Ridgehorn, I think. A serpent was trying to kill me. Now I'm talking to you. Time is moving strangely. I've lost swaths of memory. For a short time at least, the serpent said something about a long bridge. So I took a guess. We saw it at Einertoft. Are you okay? It tried to turn me to ash after we spoke. I'd be surprised if that's the last we've seen of it. She does not waste words, definitely. It could tear the land apart or crush cities if it wanted. What do we do? It gets worse. A prophecy of the gods that I've never heard of. They're still prophecies? It was vague. It sounded like that serpent was supposed to swallow the world. Instead, some kind of darkness or nothingness or something is seeping from the north. It devours whatever it touches. Neat. That would explain why the dredge are swarming on us like someone kicked an anthill. Am I in danger? Yeah. You could say so. Bellower is here. The Varl are holding him off, but not for much longer. I think, of all the Sunder, why the immortal one? He's immortal? I would have you come to me, but we will have to do this the hard way. I will return to... Is this the lady that was with him that we didn't bring? I will return to Strand and find passage down the Red River. You must leave Einertoft and meet me in Sigholm. Juno will never make it there. Bellower is about to overtake us. The Varl won't listen to a thing I... Find a way. Do whatever it takes. I will not be able to contact you again before. Go. I love you. Aw, isn't that sweet? It's kind of sweet. You've spent quite a lot of time next to him since he passed out. Just keeping an eye on him. It's not like that, Dad. He saved Ivor! He might save the rest of us. Can he hear us? He just moved. How long was I? You were out for a couple days. How do you feel? Juno, she's alive. I need to meet her in Sigurholm. Who? She's my mentor on the Mender Council. She contacted me. How exactly? She's not like most Menders. Well, what happened since I passed out? The Varl are holding the dredge back, just barely. Bellower has disappeared. Ivor's still out of it. Jurundar sent Hakan, Ludon, and a couple hundred Varl away to Aberrang. Don't know how long we'll be able to hold out here. Rook, I need your help. Take me to Sigurholm. Juno is going to meet us there. It's got to be a week away at least. In just abandoned Einertoft? Maybe. Or no. I could destroy that godforsaken bridge myself. That would delay the immediate threat, but Gerundern would never agree to it. Mentor. Most mentors I know don't end their talks with "I love you." Are you sure about that, Rashik? Or maybe you're just reading into it too much, you know? You're just reading into it too much. Yeah. Help me understand. Why? Last time I mentioned it, he made his mind very clear. He'll let the city and the rest of the world fall before that bridge. How could you collapse the bridge yourself? Not by myself. I could blast it apart, but this bridge wasn't made to fall. It'll take time and concentration. That's why I need your help. And the Varl will try to stop me. It could mean holding off both the dredge and the Varl. Sounds like I should have just lost that fight, Rashik. What do we do about him? Well, I can't stop him, but I think Juno can. That's why I need to go. We could just leave and let the Varl die to give us a head start. It's not my first choice. I've done everything I can on my own. What's going on? It's a long story. How well do you know history? We're from a very small town in the woods. So, no, I don't. You know how men and Varl were made, the Loom Mother, the other gods. In the First Great War, the armies of men and Varl hated each other. They fought bitterly for land and dominance. Then one of the gods created the dredge. And they were such a threat that unless man and Varl set aside their differences, they would threaten to wipe out both races. So they did. They ended the war, pushed the dredge into the north, and formed an alliance that has held ever since. The Second War began generations later. The dredge rallied their forces, defeated the Varl who watched the borders, and laid waste to unsuspecting settlements throughout the world. They were led by Sunder, powerful dredge warlords, and weavers like Bellower. He was there in the Second Great War. Oof. There's an achievement for not letting the bridge be destroyed, but for the life of you, you have no idea how to get it. I could just leave, he said, and let the Varl die. Humanity was on the brink of extinction when the inner circle of Menders went forth and finally sent the Sundar to the dredge deep underground. For the most part, the dredge haven't tried to return since. Well, until now. Those Menders were called Valka. Juno wasn't there herself, but she's from their bloodline. Blah, blah, blah. So another great war has begun. Be incredible if the world wasn't ending. What about the snake? That's another story. There's nothing in the Mender's libraries about that one. Must have something to do with the dredge. Perhaps. I need some time to think about this. There has to be some way to... I can't believe the Varl would be so stubborn. Speak to Gerundar yourself. He's in the Great Hall. Maybe you'll have more luck. Or maybe he'll put your head on a spike. Okay. Either way, we can't stay. I have to get to Sigerholm. Juno will know what to do. Okay. Destroy bridge. That does not sound like a great idea. +2 armor. That's really strong. That's interesting. That's really powerful. I can't afford it. And I don't even have anyone that can equip it. But that's really strong. Could just leave, I guess. What do you think, Rashik? I could just leave. That sounds terrible, though. I don't want to just leave and not tell anyone. You'll do as I say. I'm not here to argue. I'm telling that we're dying by dozens every day now. You asked for this command, Fasalt. Don't let them get across that bridge. Fasalt takes his leave just as you approach. Not great timing, you think to yourself. Thank you for the audience. I forget your name. Rook. How is Ingvar? Will he survive? I think so. If I remember Ingvar well enough, he hasn't told you why he faced down Bellower, did he? I would be interested to hear. Ingvar confronted a Sundar in his youth during the Great Wars. He won that fight. Oh yeah, Rashik, I'm sure it's fine. No consequences. No one's gonna hate you later, you know? None others but the Menders have done that. He proved us stronger. Maybe he thought to do it again. Ivar killed a Sundar? How did he end up in Skogar? You'd have to pry that from him yourself. I don't know. He disappeared when the last king tried to name him Kender. It occurs to you that Jurundar would not be on the throne now if that happened. Huh. I'm offering to help take apart the bridge. Human, if there's one more mention of that bridge, his mood changes almost immediately. If you have nothing else to say, get out of my hall. What is so important about that bridge? Every man I've ever met thinks he'd rival the gods himself, if only he were in charge. I'm over 400 years old, and I know that I know little. You're a child, an infant, and yet you know everything? Listen, human, this story is not about you. If you jumped from that bridge today, the world would not change. False. Now, either help Fasalt retake it or leave my city. You heard him. Evan sighs in frustration when you agree to pack up and leave, slamming his fist against a wall. Are you certain you'll not help me on the bridge? Listen, an entire race is about to be wiped out. I know they haven't been very cooperative, but we can't take this lightly. Do we really abandon them to history? Oh no! I don't want to abandon them, but they don't want me to do that. I could fight on the bridge, but I don't know if that's wise. Oh no, Rashik. They're all bad answers. So you just found out that you made it in your college promotional video for their physics class. James, that's awesome, bro. That's insane. It's because you're insane. Told you, you're a genius. Get me on that bridge. You know, it's the only thing that makes sense. Destroy bridge, fight on bridge, or just leave. I don't know what to do. None of these options seem good. In fact, they all seem bad. Destroy bridge, Varl mad. Leave, Varl die. Fight on bridge. Maybe we die, you know? Oh, Rashik, I don't know necessarily that I want to do any of those things. I guess this means it's a good time to stop for the night, huh? It's almost 10. I definitely don't have time to do another fight. Galen, I can agree with that. Some people need help forced onto them. Choice dodge. Well, to be fair, no matter what I pick, I'm gonna have to do a fight. I'm pretty certain. Jaden, get some good rest, my guy. If I were making the choice, I would pick to destroy the bridge and just have them be mad at me. He can thank me later, whenever he's less mad, you know? It would make more sense if he just told us why he's so bent on keeping the bridge up, you know? But anyways, I do gotta call it a night. We don't have time for another fight, and I unfortunately gotta get some rest tonight. Yeah, Rashik, that's my thing as well. He'll be mad, but at least he won't be dead. But he did tell us to leave. No, I would destroy the bridge. That's probably what I'll do whenever we restart this. Anyways, team, we're gonna stop here for the night. Freaking love you guys. Rashik, good luck with your horse training. I'm interested in the saga, okay, so let me know. Anyways, thanks guys, smooches, love y'all very much, and I will see you all again Monday. Alright? Not Monday, Friday. At some point, for sure. Either midday or late, I'm not sure. Anyways, night, guys.